m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, well, what's my y2? 2 minus y1 is 5 over x sub 2 is negative 5 minus x sub 1 is negative 4. Okay, now what?
Turn the negatives to a positive.
Turn the negatives to a positive. And those of you guys, like, I'm not hating or anything. If your negative positive subtraction game sucks, remember, you can put that fraction button on your calculator and do all this and it'll outspit your answer. Okay? So 2 minus 5 is going to be negative 3 over negative 5 minus 4. It's going to be negative 1. Okay, well, what's a negative over a negative? It's a positive. What is 3 over 1?
3.
3. So your slope is just going to be
3.
3. And that's why, like, if you type this in on the calculator, it's just going to outspit you 3 for an answer. So you don't have to do all that extra, like, stuff. Okay, so our slope, or our m, is 3. Okay, well, now we have points and we have a slope. So what do we need to use next? What formula? So y minus y sub 1 equals m x minus x sub 1. Hey, you guys notice how I keep writing it down on every single problem? The more you write it down, the more you'll remember it. Okay? I'm not going to make you write it down, but if you're having trouble remembering the formulas, every single time you write it down, okay, you're more likely to remember it. So what is my y1?
Negative 1.
Look up at the top. What we labeled them. So what?
5. Negative 5.
Just 5 equals, what's my m?
3.
3. X minus, what's my x1?
4. Negative.
Negative 4.
Negative 4.
Okay, are we finished?
No.
Why not?
You have to change it into a positive.
We gotta change this into a positive.
Yeah.
Let me guess, sooner or later we're gonna have to solve them.
Yes. Solving him is getting him into what form? Which is the only one where it lies by itself. Is getting into slope-intercept. Which those are long ones. We're gonna find the slope, put it point slope, and then slope-intercept, which is tomorrow. Okay, look at 13. What do we need to do first? What's your first step on all these problems? What's the first thing you should do?
Label.
Label them. Okay? So, label them. X sub 1, Y sub 1, X sub 2, Y sub 2. Okay, labeling is just an extra way for you to, like, make sure you don't get confused as far as, like, where your points go. Okay? Now, our next step, we have 2 points. So what do we need? What formula do we need to use? Slope. Okay, so I got m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, well, what is my y2? Negative 3 minus y sub 1, 0, over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, well, I can change this minus minus into a what? Plus. So I got negative 3 minus a 0. Negative 3. And then I got 2 plus 4 is 6. Okay, technically this fraction could be reduced. We're not going to focus on that today. That's like maybe by the end of the week next week. Okay? So, what is negative 3 over 6? What were we finding? Huh? We weren't finding point slope. What were we finding?
The slope.
The slope. We were finding the slope. Okay? So we were finding the slope, and we use m for that, and it's negative 3 over 6. Okay, so now we have points and we have a slope. So what formula do we need to use? Point slope. Okay, so I got y minus y sub 1 equals m parentheses x minus x sub 1. Okay, and now we're ready to start plugging stuff in. So what is y1? It's 0. Okay, we go back and we look and see what's labeled what? Equals, what's my m? Negative 3 over 6, parentheses, x minus negative 4. Okay, am I finished? No, I need to change this to a positive.
Dude, why do they go by so slow, man?
Oh no. X sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, we have points, so we need to use our slope formula first. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, well my y sub 2 is negative 3 minus y sub 1 is negative 4 over x sub 2 is negative 3 minus x sub 1 is negative 2. Okay, well these minuses I can change to a what? Okay, so I got negative 3 plus 4 would be 1 over negative 3 plus 2 would be negative 1.
I'm getting better at those negative things.
Okay, well what's 1 divided by 1?
One.
It's just 1, so my slope is just going to be negative 1. Okay, so now we have a slope and we have points. What formula do we need to use?
Point slope.
Point slope. Okay, so I got y minus y1. And my y1 is what? Negative 4 equals my m is negative 1. X minus my x1 is negative 2. And then I can change these minuses into a plus.